Hello beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-June 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post videos in the future. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so the last few weeks or month. The second column, we're going to take a look at the remainder of June. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the fifth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, your crystal of the month, and a healing note. Let's see here. Pulling a summary card, again for column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card Perception. So I do think that your perception has changed these last few weeks, or possibly you've been given a new perspective on something, Sagittarius. But let's see what we've got going on here. The first card that we have is the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, obsession. What I'm getting is that there has been something that you've been overdoing, so possibly some overindulgence these last few weeks, Sagittarius, or this could be even something that you've been thinking about more than you should have. Like you've been really focused on this one thing, almost overthinking something. We're going to clarify that though. But either that overindulgence or that overthinking has kind of burned you out a little bit. So you have that Ten of Wands, which is a card of stress, exhaustion, having too many burdens. So you're just tired from these last few weeks, and it feels very emotional and physical. When the Ten of Wands, this is a good reminder to make sure you're taking time for yourself and make sure that you're meditating. You want to get yourself rested and recharged there. Then at the bottom though, we do have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very free-spirited card. It's very creative. The message I get with this card oftentimes is freedom. So this perception change or this perspective change has really opened your eyes, opened your mind, given you a lot more clarity. There's some sort of sense of freedom. You had some sort of thought process almost, it feels like, Sagittarius, and this thought process has changed for you. Let's see what messages though I have, see what we can get from clarifying. The first card we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy, retirement, inheritance, some lump sum of money. When I see the Ten of Pentacles, this is very long term. So this thing that you could have been, let me phrase this 2 different ways. So for some of you, I do feel like there's been some overindulging on something, and this is kind of saying that's really not the best thing for you long term. Others of you, though, have been very, very focused on the future, almost to the point where you're overthinking it. This could also be financial thought too, maybe you've been worried about money or trying to plan something, but you've really given a lot of time and energy. Again, the Devil is typically that overexertion, giving more than you should. So just be thoughtful there. Some of you could be retiring too and having a really hard time deciding if you're going to retire or not retire, when you're going to retire. Again, overindulging is the message there, or even overthinking. The next card that we have is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very bold card. It's a very powerful card though, and it's a card of courage. And I feel like this is about you maintaining your power, you maintaining your energy, you maintaining your balance. So the King of Wands is kind of the reminder that you do have the ability to say no. You do have the ability to take care of yourself, Sagittarius. You do have the ability to put down some of these wands and move away from this burden. Again, this is being in a position of power, so you can take control of your life here. This is also a card of courage though, so also kind of that kind reminder to keep pushing through. So 2 meanings there for you as well. And then at the bottom here we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a very active card. It's new project, new creative idea. So in addition to this like perception or perspective that you've gained, this freedom that's being associated with the Knight of Wands and now the Page of Wands together, it's like freedom to go do something new, to have a new perspective, to start a new project, to have a new outlook. So leading you to new places, which we always like to see. Now let's take a look at our next column, Sagittarius, which is happening through the end of June. So kind of a general June column. We have the card Brilliance. I always love when this comes up. First and foremost, you are brilliant, Sagittarius, but this is also a great indicator that you're going to have a really positive and brilliant next few weeks. So love to see that. Let's see what messages come through here. The first card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very reliable card. It's a card of hard work, but also a card of patience. Whatever you're working on right now, Sagittarius, you need to continue to work hard on this. But this is kind of a reminder too that things may not be happening that quickly for you. So this is like that fine balancing act of both hard work and remaining patient at the same time. The end result is going to be brilliant. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is also a waiting card. This is a card of patience, hard work, delayed success. So this person planted these pentacles and now they're basically just sitting there waiting for them to grow. So you have two back-to-back cards here telling you hard work and patience, hard work and patience. The next card that we have is the Emperor. The Emperor is a good card. It's a card of respect, leadership, strategic planning. Also very much so a card of good parenting. I want to talk about the strategic planning piece of this though. So whatever this thing is that you're working on, the Emperor comes in as a reminder to us saying this is the right thing to do long term. You're making the right decisions. You're putting the work in the right place. Very future focused. So this is like long-term benefit. You're on the right path. So I like to see this. Whatever it is though, the message is patience and hard work here. Let's see what other messages I can give you here. The first card we have for clarifying is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is another patience card. However, in addition to patience, this is a card that typically indicates new job, raise, some sort of money news. So in addition to being patient and working hard, there's going to be some financial benefit around this. So if that wasn't enough motivation in the first place, they're saying that there will be financial reward. So continue to be patient and hardworking there. The next card that we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient and very honest. The message that I'm getting here is that really only you can motivate yourself here, Sagittarius. So this is going to take some work of you being like, okay, I have to keep pushing forward. I have to keep being patient. I have to keep working hard on this. Obviously, it's going to be very successful. It's wonderful. We have the Page of Pentacles there to validate that and at least speak to the financial benefit of whatever this is that you're working on. But the Queen of Swords is like saying this is self-sufficient. This is going to continue to be self-driven for you. The next card we have is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card of sometimes what feels like compromise. It's also a card of decision. Anytime we have two of something on a card, it typically indicates a decision. Definitely you're going to have to make the decision to continue to work hard and be patient. That's pretty evident with the Queen of Swords also saying you have to like be self-sufficient, keep driving this on your own. But this could feel like a compromise right now. You could be like, dang, is this really worth going after? Should I keep pushing? Maybe I should switch gears and work on something else, focus on something else. So there's definitely a possibility that this feels like a compromise. But again, we have the Emperor coming in and saying, no, this is the next good thing. This is the right thing to be focusing on long term. So now we're going to take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, anything that you associate with money, Sagittarius. The first card we have is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of not very good relationships. This is bully, theft, violence, some sort of abusive relationship, some sort of toxic relationship. I do feel like there is some contention with a coworker, a boss, a staff member. We're going to clarify this, but there does feel like there's not a very good relationship right now that is related to work. Of course, we're going to clarify and see what other messages we can get there. The next card we have is the Sun card. The Sun card is one of the best cards in the tarot deck. I mean, maybe you could even say the best card. This is a card of material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. So this is going to be a really good period of time, both for happiness and money-wise for you, which is great to see. Also, whatever this issue is, I mean, it's going to resolve itself and you're going to continue to be successful. If there's something that you're here asking, am I going to be successful both career or money-wise, this is a great indicator for you as well. The next card that we have is the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. It can also be a card of being in the spotlight, this big star here at the top, this person being in the spotlight. But another really good card. So again, I think there's renewal, there's hope for whatever this Five of Swords, not very good relationship is. And definitely some recognition coming for you going into the end of June, which is always good to see as well. The first clarifying card we have is the Ace of Cups. Anytime you have an Ace card, this is a card of newness. In the case of Ace of Cups, this is typically new baby, relationship, proposal. Obviously, the thing that I want to hone in on here is the relationship piece of this. So I am not sure if this coworker is going to leave, if this boss is going to leave, whoever this conflict is with, there just seems to be a new relationship. And this could go both ways. Again, that person could just be gone, or there could be resolution to whatever the conflict is. But it's like this relationship is starting over again, which is a good feeling because it feels like it hasn't been good for a long time there, Sagittarius. The next card we have is the Ten of Cups. Those of you that have listened to my reading before, you know that the Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. There's a full rainbow with all the cups, there's a happy couple, there's kids playing, there's grass, green grass, running water, a house. It's genuinely the card of everything. You have the Sun card, which is the card of everything. You have the Ten of Cups, which is the card of everything. Really, really looking good money and career-wise here for you, Sagittarius. In terms of card meaning, the Ten of Cups is typically a card of family, contentment, total love, and support. So happiness, contentment, success, all of those really good words coming through for you. Sometimes when I see the Ten of Cups too, if you're trying to buy a house, this is a really good card for you, Sagittarius, that house in the background. I say that because this is the money investment column, and obviously buying a house is a very large investment. The next card that we have is the Chariot. The Chariot is the vroom vroom card, which means there's action, there's change. This is being on a journey. This is things moving forward. Whatever this recognition is that comes through is really going to propel you forward in your career as well, which is good to see. This energy around the Star card is very much so moving you forward. The Chariot is also a card of a new vehicle, so some of you very well could be getting a new vehicle and a new house going into the end of June. But now let's take a look at our next card, or excuse me, next column, which is anything related to love. Look at that. We have 3 major arcana cards. I love when this happens. It's like big, bold messages coming through. The first card we have is the Hangman. The Hangman is very stagnant. It's quite literally you're hanging there by your foot. It's like you need more information or you need something else to be able to move you forward when we see the Hangman. The nice thing is it's immediately followed by the World card. The World card is a card of completing a lesson or goal. It's like quite literally the world has gone full circle. So a card of completion. So whatever this stagnant, hanging there by your foot energy is, it's coming to an end, which is nice. And then at the bottom here we have the Magician card. The Magician card is a great card anywhere in the deck. It's focused creative energy. It's turning your visions into reality. It's very inspired action. So if you're single and wanting a relationship, this is saying, okay, if you want it, you can have it. If you're in a relationship and want to get married, if you want to have children, if you want to have a better family relationship, if you want more friends, this is quite literally saying whatever you're stuck on now is ending, and the Magician is here to tell you, you can have whatever you want. What a nice spread of 3 cards there, Sagittarius. Now moving on to our clarifying cards, the first one we have here is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a very supportive, tolerant, empathetic card. This is both you, and for those of you that are seeking a new relationship, these are going to be some of the characteristics of characteristics of the new person that you're looking or you're interested in. So again, very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic relationship. Love to see those in terms of love. The next card we have is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of celebrations. This is also very much so a card of family, friends, and reunions. So in addition to this being a month where you get to move forward again and move away from this stagnant energy, this is a really good month for family, friends, and possibly a reunion there for you. Then at the bottom we have the Empress. It's interesting, you have the Magician card, which is very much so a card of creation, as well as the Empress card, which is a card of creation. The Empress meaning creation and abundance, two things that we love. We want an abundance of love. We love that ability to create whatever we would like. In addition though, the Empress card is a card of pregnancy and fertility. So if you're hoping to grow your family, that's going to be wonderful news for you as well. So really nice love spread there, Sagittarius. Now let's move into our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Shift. Shift is an interesting card, but it is pretty much at face value. It means that you're going through some sort of shift or some sort of transition in these next few weeks, that remainder of June. But let's see what messages I can give you with this card, or with this column more so. The first card we have is the Two of Pentacles. When I see the Two of Pentacles, this is oftentimes like a busy card, so I do anticipate that you'll be pretty busy. You could be shifting into a more busy time as well, so keep that in mind. The Two of Pentacles, though, is also about making a choice, and it's oftentimes like people weighing their options. You see this person holding both these things, and it's like, which one weighs more in positivity or which one weighs more in negativity, those pros and cons. So I do anticipate there's a decision for you here. We have another decision card coming through with the Two of Swords. This is again that card of feeling like you may be compromising, but again, anytime we have two of something, it's indicating a decision. So two cards saying that there will be a decision coming this month for you. Obviously a decision that's going to trigger a really major shift in life for you. Then we have the Ace of Cups. Again, anytime we have an ace card, it is a card of newness. This is new baby, relationship, marriage, proposal. Really good fertility energy for you. Again, if you're hoping to grow your family, if you're hoping to enter into a new relationship or advance your current relationship. All around good love card. I don't know that this decision is related to the Ace of Cups, so do keep that in mind. Not sure that those are one and the same. The first clarifying card we have is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a very gossipy card. This is like people trying to be in your business. It's drama, it's gossip, it's unhealthy water cooler talk. When we go to make this decision with the Two of Pentacles and weigh your options, two messages actually. First one, simple, knock it out of the way. I feel like you're too busy for the gossip this month, so if you can avoid any additional chatter or gossip, do so, because you are going to be very busy with the Two of Pentacles. The other message, though, is like, I don't know that I would talk out this decision with somebody else. It feels like your vision or opinion would be skewed if you did talk it out, so do keep that in mind. If you go to somebody hoping for advice or consultation on your decision, they could skew your decision. The next card that we have is the Death card. The Death card, it indicates a major transition. It absolutely doesn't mean death, but it is big changes. It's endings. It's time to move on. It's transformation. So we are going through this really big shift, this really big transition. Then at the bottom we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results. There definitely does seem to be some waiting around either the baby, the engagement, the relationship, the marriage, but it seems like it's going to head up and come to fruition here going into the end of June. Overall, really nice spread. At this point in time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the 6 of Diamonds. This is number 51 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 5 of clubs. This is number 33 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the 3 of diamonds. This is number 48 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes for you, Sagittarius. We're also going to take a look at your crystal of the month, which is from our healing stones deck. We pulled it for our first June reading. Your crystal this month is dolomite, which is good for grounding and endurance. It also really helps you be authentic and gives you a basic sense of trust, stability, and again, endurance. It also helps you be more playful. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our healing notes deck. Your healing message says, surround yourself with people who make you hungry for life, touch your heart, and nourish your soul. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new videos. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you again, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful June.